Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Faerghas McKay. I'm lead evangelist for flexOptix. We're a 20-person company based in Dietzenbach, which is a little village on the southern edge of Frankfurt. It's at the end of the S2 line, so at least we are sort of in the city. The company was founded about 5 years ago to look at this particular problem space, which is dealing with these little charming things, transceivers. Everybody needs them, everybody uses them, but they have some problems. And the problem is that everybody's favourite vendors restricts what you can do with them, some more than others. No names, no factor. We spent the first 2.5 years going through standards, working out how to make these better. Our core business is basically letting you hold a single stock of optics that you can then turn into a platform of your choice. And en route we fix various bugs and features in some of the optics, and we let you do things that you can't otherwise do. We also do tunables, and we have adapters now so that you can take an X2 slot and put CWDM or DWDM into it, and same for ZenPack. So you use a standard optic, but in the different form factors. We're cheaper than vendor optics, but you know, the main thing we're focusing on is that you can just have that single stock and deploy across whatever platform you need. So the way we do it is with one of these, which is a flexBox. It even has instructions on the back with 3 little pictograms. Basically plug it in, go to a website, and then you can see what your options are. Okay, so when you plug it in, it says what box have you got. The left-hand box is our old box, which supported GBICs. Nobody ever used it to program a GBIC, ever. So the new box just has XFP and SFP plus slots in it. Plug the box in, hit go, and up comes the interface. The original software used ActiveX and all kinds of horrible things. It was Windows only. The new software runs on pretty much anything. It would even run on my Nexus tablet, except that Adobe stopped supporting Flash with Nexus. So we take a transceiver, we plug it in, it reads the config and says, okay, so this is what the basic transceiver is. It's an SFP 1 gig, 1310, does fiber channel, and it's got DDM. And then these are all the different platforms that you can encode it for. So Nokia, HP, different their sort of platforms. 3Com, Octal. Programming it is just a case of click, click, pause, and it's done. And if you've got a whole batch of them, all you have to do is click here, and then pull them out, and then just keep shoving them in, and it will just go through them in a batch. You can also check the individual optic and see what platforms it's been encoded for and when. So you've got a history of the optic, so you know that particular optic was set for Cisco in May when you were using it there. And we have some people who, although they use proprietary optics for most of their network, they use ours for their grab bag of spares. They go out to fix something with a handful of optics, program on site, but then swap out. So ISC do that for their network because they get free optics, but they use our optics for repairs. You can also get data off the off the optic and actually check that it's within spec, and you get full DDM measurements available. If you're using 1 gig optics, we don't charge for programming, but if you're doing 10 gig optics, we have a programming charge, or you can have a license, and then the amount you're going to be charged appears in that left-hand cost column.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Sure. Which bit? The cost model?
Yeah, the programming charge.
Okay. If it's a 10 gig optic, we charge 10 credits, and a credit's €1. So it would be €10 to program a 10 gig optic. But if you buy the optic from us, you get 1 free programming with it. So you can make it, if you buy it as a foundry, you can put it to a foundry, but if you change your mind, you can make it a Cisco. Yep. For third-party optics, we can reprogram some of those, and again, we charge for those because the cost of supporting people doing third-party recoding is far higher than for our own optics, just in terms of why doesn't it work? Well, not all of them do work. That's some of the books that Tom has got to read for his 2.5 years. Lots of specs. It really was a research job for paperwork, and then the final software was written in ActiveX because they wanted something quickly to get to market and get the first box out. Basically, we have bits of our optics that we can write to, so we can write code that is not breaking anybody's copyright, so you don't have to worry about Cisco coming and suing you for using software with their code in it, because the parts of the code that we write aren't copyrighted. If we wrote Cisco there, that would be a breach, but we don't. So basically, you can now put most of those onto any platform, plus the X2 and Zenpack adapters. Any questions? Okay, thank you.